Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and I'm back with another problem statement in React JavaScript. So as you can see here, we have a problem statement which is build a search autocomplete component. Develop a search autocomplete component that provides suggestions based on the user input, and we have to fetch data asynchronously from an API. So if you are new to my channel, make sure that you like and subscribe my channel so that you don't miss the awesome videos. So basically we have to build a search autocomplete component, and we have to fetch an API call on the basis of the user input. So let's get started. So first of all, I will create React arrow functional component and export. After that, we will modify our JSX and we will write a div, and we will give a class name to search autocomplete. So spelling is wrong, my bad. And after that, I will create one input tag to get the user input, and I will write type to be text, and placeholder I will write type to search. After that, I will import one use state hook, okay, so that we can manage the state from the user input. So we will create one state and we will write query, final will be set query, and initially it will be a blank string. So we will write value in the input tag and we will pass this query state. After that, we will write one on change event and we will pass one function which is handle input change, and this handle input change is responsible for setting the final state, or you can say updating the set query. So I will write const handle input change. It will accept a e, which is a synthetic event, and after that I will write set query e dot target dot value. So now we have to call one API. So for that, I will import the use effect and I will create one use effect to make an API call, and inside I will remove this return and first statement, and I will write const fetch, or you can say not fetch, you can say get suggestions, okay. It will be going to a async function as well as an arrow function of JavaScript, and inside I will create try and catch method, and I will create one more state for the loading status. So I will write loading and final state will be set loading, and initially it will be false, which is a boolean value. So in the try method I will update the set loading to true. After that, I will write const response is equals to await fetch this URI. So I have this API link. You can just navigate to JSON placeholder. So if you navigate to your Chrome browser and you will write JSON placeholder, so the first website JSON placeholder.typeco.com, you can see it is a free fake API for testing purposes, and you will see we have different API endpoints like the post, comments, albums, photos, to dos. So you can read this documentation, and we have this route also like the get method and the post method and the patch and delete, okay. So now we will make some modification in our API endpoint. We will insert a query using template literals, and we will pass this query state here. After that, we will write const data is equals to await response dot JSON. So we will create one more state for setting the API data. So we will write suggestions, final state will be set suggestions, and it is going to a array. So after our response being converted to JSON, we will update the final state set suggestion to data, and by chance if the API fail, so we will print the error dot message, okay, and we will remove this third parameter, okay, and we will write one more statement finally, and we will again update the set loading to false. So now we will have to make one check like fetch suggestions only if the query is not empty, then only we will make the API call. So we will write if query dot trim is not equals to a blank string, then we will call this get suggestions. Okay, and if not, then in the else statement we will update the set suggestion to initial state, which is a blank array, and we will pass this query. So whenever this query parameter will change, it will make an API call with the help of use effect. So that is something. After that, we will make one check also here. If the status is in loading, then we will show this text. Loading. We will write suggestions dot length. We will make a check that if the length is greater than 0 and end, then we will print the data from the API. So if it is greater than 0, then only we will show this UL, and inside we will pass this suggestions dot map user we will write one li, and inside li we will pass this user dot name. Okay, and this key is user dot id. Okay, so you can also print the data to the console also. So I will console log the data, and I think our code looks fine. We have one logic for making API call on the basis of the user input, and as soon as the user will write something, so it will create one API call with the help of this query. So let's navigate to our server, and we will write localhost /challenge 33. Okay, so my bad, our server is down, so we have to start our server yarndev. So it will start my server. Okay, so this will be 34. Yeah, so if I open my console, okay, and let's suppose if I write RITWIK, okay, so it will not make an API call. So I think something is wrong. Okay, so I think I got the point. We have to put this check outside of this function, which is the get suggestions. Okay, so now after formatting the document, let's navigate back to our code. So we'll see the API will get hit. So in the console, let's suppose if I refresh the web page and if I write LEAN, so we'll see we are getting an array of object Lenny Graham. So it is a single object. We have this ID1 name Lenny Graham. So you can search anything. So let's suppose if I write my name Ritvik, so you will see the blank array because the name does not exist. And in the network tab, you will see the API will get hit on the each input. Okay, so that is something. We have implemented our challenge, and we have this logic for fetching an API call, and on the basis of the user input, as soon as the user will write something, it will get called. So you can also modify this part of code. You can add some more CSS and try adding some more functionality, try to play with this part of code we have. So if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and if you have any doubt regarding this, so let me know in the comment section. And till then, thank you for watching.